What's up, everyone? Welcome back. All right, so going to be playing some more Hogwarts Legacy today. Hope you guys are doing good out there and all that good shit. And, yeah, going to have some fun today, as always. Should be able to get a good amount of shit done today. Getting this recording session started pretty early today, like 6:15 in the morning, so that's pretty good. Should give me at least a good, like, if I had to guess, like maybe 6-ish hours of recording time, accounting for break time. But, yeah, I mean, the only reason why I really take a break, though, is because I have to charge my controller. Luckily, on older systems that use wired controllers and shit, I don't actually have to take breaks. So, yeah, but with these newer systems, I do have to take breaks. It's probably not a bad idea to do that, but, whatever. Anyway, yeah, it should be good. Although it has been a little bit frustrating because my dad has been coming home earlier from work, and that's frustrating for many reasons, mostly just because he kind of annoys me, honestly. But because it does give me a little bit less time to work with, I'm not able to extend these recording sessions as much if I need to, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Next week, I should be going back to working my normal 5 days a week at the shipping facility, so yeah, there's that, I guess. So I'll have a little bit less time to record this stuff for you guys, but I mean, that won't really matter much for you guys because I pre-record all my videos like several months in advance before I actually upload them, which, in case any of you guys are curious, that's how I run such an efficient operation. But yeah, the good news, though, is that it will give me some time to work on some side projects a little bit more, because I know the past couple weeks I've actually had so much time off of work at the shipping facility that I've had a lot of extra time to work on these playthrough projects, but that's like all I've been doing is working on these playthrough projects, which is what I need to do. Obviously, these playthrough projects are my main focus, but I haven't been able to get any work done behind the scenes here with some maintenance and mostly data work, if I'm being honest, that needs to get done behind the scenes here at Basement Cave Studios. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit behind on some of that stuff, so at least next week, since I'm working my usual 5 days, it'll be kind of business as usual for the first time in actually probably a couple weeks here at Basement Cave Studios. I don't know why they've been scheduling me less at the shipping facility. It's kind of fucking stupid, honestly. Like, next week, they actually originally only scheduled me like fucking 3 days. I ended up picking up a couple of shifts because I want to make money and move the fuck out of my dad's house as soon as possible. Because, again, I really like the idea of not having to deal with anyone else's existence in my living space. That idea greatly appeals to me at this point in my life. So, yeah, I would like to get the fuck out of here as soon as humanly possible. And the whole saving up money thing is not going as fast as I would like it to. Which, again, is frustrating, but what are you going to do, right? Work my fucking ass off for fucking breadcrumbs. It's the American dream. All right. Anyway, let's do some actual gameplay here. It's enough of me talking about shit. I mean, I am a commentator, I guess. So, I mean, I guess I'm always talking about shit, but yeah. Man, I had to, like, spray the fuck out of my studio this morning, though. Like, I got this, like, insect repellent stuff that's supposed to repel insects. It's supposed to be, like, safe for humans and pets and shit. But yeah, there was like this absolutely horrifyingly disgusting, like, long-looking insect. It was like a centipede-looking thing that was crawling around in my studio, and I'm like, ugh! Fucking hate insects. Like, y'all can feel free to roast me for being a pussy down in the comment section. That's totally fine. Like, I get it. I'll be the first one to admit I am a total pussy when it comes to dealing with insects and spiders and that kind of shit. So, like, after I killed the thing, like, I literally took one of my socks, because that was all I had available. I took a sock and just, like, crushed it, and I'm like, oh, well, now I'm out of sock. Luckily, I just bought another pack of socks, so that's good. But, yeah, I'm like, all right, we're going to spray the fuck out of my studio. The best I can, anyway, so yeah, hopefully we don't see any more spiders or random shit. This is like the second day in a row that I've seen either like a spider or an insect crawling around in my studio, and We don't need that. We don't need that in our lives. I got enough fucking horse shit to deal with in my life. I don't need any disgusting random insects in my fucking studio. I fucking hate insects so fucking much. It's not even funny. Like, I seriously fucking cannot stand insects. Fucking creep me out so much. Alright. I believe we were in the middle of a quest. Not in the middle, but we were about to start one, I should say. Oh. I thought she'd be... She's not in Hogsmeade. Oh, she's just outside of Hogsmeade. Right. I have to go talk to my friend Natty, I think her name was. Natty? I forgot what her actual name was, but luckily for me, I don't really give a shit. So at least I got that going for me.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Yeah, nice to see you too. I do love the way this place looks in the winter. It's very nice. Then again, the way that everything looks in this game in any season is fucking amazing. This game in and of itself is just amazing. As far as like the scenery is concerned, this game definitely knocks it out of the park. As far as the overall ambiance and scenery is concerned, like the landscapes and shit. And the overall, like, I don't know what you'd call it, location scenery, I guess. But this game looks fucking stellar. Fucking awesome. It's part of the reason why I've enjoyed playing this game so much for you guys. I know it's certainly had its frustrating spots, and there have been a few times I have raged a little bit during this during this playthrough, beyond a doubt. But I have really enjoyed this game, for sure.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Sure. Kicking ass is my specialty.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Alright, fair enough.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
So I just have to go around talking to people? That's pretty easy. I'm beginning to like this quest already. Wait, the Three Broomsticks has an upstairs?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Holy shit. Why did I not know that until literally just now? I've been playing this game for how long already? How many recording sessions have I done of this game? And I just now realized that there's an upstairs to the fucking Three Broomsticks. God fucking damn it. There's like, wow, this place is much bigger than I thought it was. What the fuck?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles, and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Don't put myself in danger. Bitch, please. That is my specialty.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Yeah, especially now that I've had a good drink. Drinks are always good. Beyond a fucking doubt. I am a huge supporter of drinking. Case in point. Excuse me. Been drinking too much. Too much Dr. Pepper. Like I said, I support drinking. Especially Dr. Pepper. I don't care who says what about shit. Or who says shit about what, I should say. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Point is, I like Dr. Pepper. Anyone who's got a problem with that can suck my ass. Alright, anyway.
Mr. Dibble works at Gladrags.
I know some people, like, really love Dr. Pepper, like myself, and other people are like, ugh, if you like Dr. Pepper, you're a horrible person. I don't know why some people are so fucking passionate about it.
But perhaps it's been here all along.
It's like the whole, like, Coke versus Pepsi thing. It's like, oh, are you a Coke person or a Pepsi person? Like, me personally, I'm a Coke and a Pepsi person. I like them both. Like, I don't know why it has to be one or the other. I don't know. People are fucking weird.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill. Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
That's a good point. Although, I gotta respect that. He's in a kind of a tough spot here, but at least he's trying to make it right by using his own money. I can respect that.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Yeah, I do love the way this place looks in the winter, beyond a doubt. Very festive. Let me see if I can get that. Nice. Got some more experience points. That's always good. We've got to talk to the last of their friends over here. But yeah, I love the way this place looks in winter. Very festive. You got like all the festive looking greenery, all the pines and shit. Some wreaths here and there. Good shit.
Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
To a certain extent, I understand where he's coming from.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
I do love that spell. That's a fun one. Glad I learned it. I kind of wish I had learned it sooner, though. But yeah, I think I'm going to end up liking that spell a little bit more than Crucio. Although I do like the sound effect that they use for Crucio. Like that, the bass drop and then the crackling from the actual like spell or whatever. There's a lot of great sound design in this game, too. All around, this game is a fucking masterpiece. Granted, to be fair, like I said, this game definitely has its frustrating parts.
She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
But yeah, I mean, as far as like the overall like graphics and appearance and stuff, the production values in this game are pretty fucking spectacular. Still not 100% perfect, for sure. Still has its flaws, but all in all, it's a fucking beautiful looking game. And I've only encountered a very small amount of performance issues here or there. Only one like major performance issue during one fight. But yeah, for the most part, this game looks great, runs great. It's awesome. I don't think I've been over here before.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
All right.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. A hidden door.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Yeah, I like the look of that doorway. That's pretty cool. Doorway hidden in a barrel. It's a pretty interesting looking place.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Could I just kill them all? Is that an option?
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hogshead. Or perhaps I'll just go now.
My mother used to always...
Finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is.
All right. Well, either way, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end this part here. I'm probably just going to go kick all their asses, as I usually do. I usually just like to rush in without a plan and just start killing people. That's usually how I do things in pretty much any game that I play. So, yeah. That'll be fun. All right. Either way, folks, stay tuned for the next part of this playthrough coming up next. Until then, peace out.